Hey, we made it. Welcome to the New Orleans Jazz Museum. I'm here as a representative of the New Orleans National Park that is sponsoring this event, and we do programs like these twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays here at this location, and Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays at our location at 419 Decatur Street, just down the road that way. And we put on these programs to educate our visitors, educate New Orleans, people who come to New Orleans about what New Orleans music is all about, its history, its tradition, and we have musical excerpts, musical events to really showcase this. And so today we are blessed by the Bill Summers Trio, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, actually, this is not the Bill Summers Trio, but it is a trio. I'd like to introduce the people that are up here. We'll move on. We don't really have that much time, and I want you to be able to ask questions. And the gentleman here had a question, and I said, well, we'll cover that in this little thing we're going to do. This is, I want to tell you something from Jump Street. The knowledge that's up on this stage is immense. This lady over here is one of the best dancers in the United States, to me. She's very good. She's a very good musician. We make these instruments that you see on the stage called shakerees. She was beating one of them up today earlier, but we want to play these for you because they're very important instruments. One thing I do know, I am a professional asshole. Now I'm going to tell you what that means. I'll give you an example because it's very important. I think what I have to say and what we're going to do for you, I think it's extremely important. I can't tell you how important it is. Academia is not just playing classical music. Chopin, it's not, because I spent 10 years in the conservatory playing Chopin and Bach and Beethoven, Wagner, Mendelssohn, Brahms, and all of it. I did that. I did it. I went to the University of California, Berkeley. I went there for 5 years. I did it. I won the highest award on the campus. I did it. But I don't have a diploma. I didn't graduate from high school. I had a conversation with him today about it. And him quitting when he was a senior in college and why he left and why I left school. Because I don't need a degree. I just have to be the son of my father. Because he demanded excellence. And he told me, he said, son, I have a third grade education. And I looked at him, I didn't know that. I didn't know that at the time. And I said, damn. And he runs the steel mill. He draws the blueprints. So if you're going to be something, it's written in the cards for you. You just have to put in the time. So anyway, these are important words. I'm not going to say anything here frivolously. I'm not going to do it. Because it would be a waste of your time and mine. So I want to explain a couple of things. We have some drums here. I think we'll start with this. And then we'll move on to some other things. And if you have questions, just put your hand up. At any given time, there is no prescribed anything, whatever. We're together in the living room. We're just going to hang out and talk about this, okay? Is that all right with y'all? Okay. So feel free to relax and we're together. We're a family. Okay. Okay. Now, let me start this off right. Where's that water at? Oh, here we go. I'm going to take your water. I'll give you mine. It was here somewhere. Yeah, I couldn't see it. Okay. So, this is how we start. We're going to do what we do and explain it to you, okay? This is what we do. We play these drums daily. But first, we do a libation. Omi tutu, ana tutu, ile tutu, tutu la loriadi, kubaba bo, moyo ba bovo egun, alau nu, imbelese timbalaye, or lo du made. Okay, funire o ma, funire adi kubaba wa. Now, what did I say? I said, on me tutu, fresh water. Ana tutu, fresh in the road we're going on. Funire, funio wo, fumi, ariku babawa. What does that mean? Fumi ire, may you have great fortune. May you have good luck. Fumio wo, bring me money, sustenance, so I can buy what I need to buy. Funio mo, may you have many children. Ariku, may you just have goodness in your life. Moyuba, Bovo Egun, I honor all of my ancestors and yours too, that are in heaven, sitting at the foot of God. That's what we say. So that's how we do that before we play. We salute nature, the Orishas we call them. So we play rhythms for the universe. When we play a ceremony, there is no applause at the end. You don't, that's European, that's Eurocentric. Well, it is. I mean, I'm just, you know, you go to a gig, if I play professionally, and so do they, and at the end of a song, people, but when you're playing for God, it's different. When you're playing for, let me name some of the Orishas that we play for. We play for Elegua first. We play for Ogun second. Elegua opens all the roads. He's a saint. He's a little dude. He's the youngest of the Orishas and most mischievous. But he's always there. God's favorite saint is Elegua. And then we go to Ogun, who is a warrior. And they call him Alabede. Okay, and Alabede is blacksmith. There's not one of you that is not honoring metal every day of your life. When you cut that meat, you have to use Ogun. When you get in the car, it's Ogun. When you get in the airplane, it's Ogun. Ogun is the blacksmith. Then we go to his brother, Ochosi, who is a hunter, and his emblem is the bow and arrow. They hunt together. Ogun does not run through the bushes with his machete if he sees a deer. He lets his brother, Ochosi, shoot his arrow. Then he'll cut through the bush, go get the game. So there are lessons to learn in associating the music with higher energies and higher forces, the universal forces that help sustain you and your family and the planet and the universe. The most important thing is that we honor the universe. For example, I made these drums maybe, 30 years ago. I had to ask the tree permission to cut it. I had to ask the tree, can I have a piece of you? You can't just cut trees down. It's not happening really. So, but it's important to understand the significance of this, because in my musical career, playing hand drums as a black man in America, just to be honest with you, white folks figured they just got it like that. You know what I'm saying? This is just, they jamming. No, we don't jam. We don't jam at all. Jamming is this. This is what you're jamming. Even Bob Marley sang about it. Jamming means you're just doing it. You just got it. You were born with rhythm. No, I have a problem with that being stereotyped. It's not a stereotype. It's an attribute. Do black people dance well? Hell yeah, they do. I've seen it. I've seen it in every country. Everybody wants to, rap. Everybody's rapping. The Eskimos are rapping. No, but it's true. It's very popular music all over the planet. It's very powerful. But then, if a guy is playing some drums with James Brown or, with the Parliament Funkadelic, does he know what he's playing? Can he tell you what that rhythm is for? I can. I could say, oh, you're playing Rumbo Batala, or you're playing Alopaye Maya, or you're playing Elekoto. I can tell. That's what we lost. That's what was taken away from us. The ability to identify what we do, why we do it. And this brought me back to it. So I'm gonna give you an example. Let me give you a rhythmic example. And this is a funky rhythm. This is where the funk originated. It came from Africa. Believe that. Now Africa, it ain't a black thing or a white thing. It's factual. It ain't got shit to do with no race at all. Where did it come from? Who did it? That's it. There is no other. This is just the truth that's important. Okay, but it's very important for black people and white people to understand. We were scientists. And everything we did, including playing these drums, is about mathematics. Okay, so let's talk about that. Let me give you an example. Here we go. We're going to start some music. Okay, now she's playing a drum called the okonkolo. It is the child of the family. It is the child. Literally translated, that means toy of God. That's God's best friend right here. Now she's going to play 2 notes. And you got to be happy with it, because in between 2 notes is a universe. You know, so you don't need to play like Beethoven and do a symphony. It's hard to stay on 2 notes. To stay on your path, it's hard to stay on your path, your destiny. Okay, now this drum over here is called itotele. This is the father. Okay, so you have you got a family here. This drum is called iya ilu. Iya, translated, means mother. So that means I'm here in the middle. I'm a man, but this is mama. And mama rules. Guys in the audience, understand, mama rules. Okay? Now, that doesn't mean that one is above the other, because you learn with this bata that the mother calls and the father answers, but they never argue. You don't play on top of each other. They converse. It's a back and forth thing, and it's in the drums. So if you take these drums away from the people who play them, you take away their understanding of family. Does that make sense to you? Okay. Well, so let's move on. She's going to play a rhythm. This rhythm is called Rumbo Obatala. Obatala means king of the white cloth. I mean, Obatala means white people, but everybody plays a part. If you take away the Eskimo, something wrong is going to happen. If you take away the Asian, something wrong is going to happen. You're not going to have a balance. Okay, so now I play the Iailu, and I'm running it. I'm mama. Okay, so we're going to play the Okonkolo part. You'll be able to hear it and understand. What's important here is that it ain't a jam, but you'll recognize, you'll feel the groove, you'll feel it. So now this side of the drum is called ki, and the other side is called la. So she's going to play ki la, 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 ki la. Ki la. Now keep playing it, don't stop. You've heard that before. You've heard it, believe me, you have. Okay, now this guy is the father. He's got his part, but it works with that. Now he's going to play ki, la, ki, la, ki, la, ki, la, ki, la, ki, la. That's the funk. That is the essence of funk. Now my part. Is that funky? Okay, so now, with these rhythms come dances. She's a good dancer, but she can't dance when she's playing. So anyway, I'm gonna sing one of the songs that we sing at a ceremony, right? Obatala orisha o Hawanile orisha o Ialawa wankio Wayonke Wayonke, Wayonima, Wayonima, Wayonke. I want y'all to sing. Wayonke, Wayonke, Wayonima, Wayonima, Wayonke. Now wait. Winnie, Winnie, Bobali. Oh, my darling, Bobali. Y'all say, Winnie, Winnie, Bobali. Oh, my darling, Bobali. Oh, my darling, Bobali. Louder. Come on. Oh, my darling, Bobali. Loud. Winnie, Winnie, Bobali. Oh, my darling, Bobali. Winnie, Winnie, Bombali. Oh, my darling, Bombali. 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 Winnie, Winnie, Bombali. Okay, so we have fun doing that. It's nice. That was a rhythm for, for wisdom. Let's keep going on. We'll play another rhythm. It's called elekoto. Now, this particular rhythm, if someone wants to test your knowledge about this, they may say, well play elekoto. Trying to challenge you. It's complex. But it's simple too. The most difficult things to do are very simple. Okay, and for some reason, man doesn't get it. He's like, it's easy to be nice to people. It's very easy. It's easy. Somebody thirsty, give them some water. They hungry, you gotta feed them. They need shelter. That's really simple, but it's so hard for people to do it for some reason. And you wouldn't believe how instrumental understanding your history and your tradition is to your existence and your respect level for others. I didn't need Moses to give me the 10 Commandments. Why would I need someone to tell me not to disrespect my parents? I don't need anyone to tell me that. It comes from here. When you're born with those 10 things in you, period. I mean, it's real easy. Don't slap nobody because it hurts. Have you ever been slapped? You know what I'm saying? It's real simple. Isn't that really simple? It's real simple. But these are things that we have difficulty dealing with. But this is a difficult rhythm. We're going to try to play it. I think we can do it. Leela's never played this particular rhythm, but her part is used by many of these rhythms. So I'm going to have her start first. We usually have a call that we do to start a rhythm. If I go kikila, kikila, kikila. So now if I go like a dunga dunga dum, kikila, kikila, kiskila, ki. So it's automatic. We don't have to talk. Guys that we play together, or if it's a lady, very seldom do you see a woman playing these drums. You have to really be doing something for a brother to invite you as a woman to play this. No, I'm just being honest with you. In many countries, they forbid it, okay? But we just so happens that we're challenging some things, rightfully so. We want to evolve. Okay, so anyway, so we have to give Leela credit for being here to try it, So we're going to play elekoto, and I'm going to have. Okay, I'm going to just have you start first, because I don't want to call you. Kila, 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 kila. rhythm is called Meta Shango. Meta Pachango. You can see something, things happen. Jungle. All right, so let's move on. Let's put these bata drums down. Oh, let's go to these chickarees. Okay. This is one of my favorite instruments. This is one of the oldest instruments known to man. This is one of your original OG instruments. And I guess this is my rendition on this instrument. It has a gourd. I want you to hear the tone. Don't worry about the feedback. Leave it alone. So at any rate, the gourd is a natural instrument. The gourd grows, it's a squash, really. It's a squash. We grow them in our yard. And we make instruments from them. And it's a very ancient instrument. This is one of the first things that men and women use as a musical instrument. So one good thing about it is God grows it. It's natural. It's a squash. It's a pumpkin. Okay, my little pumpkin. I love my pumpkin. So now, so I guess what happened was the guys were out on a hunt, you know, I guess. Maybe the girls were out on the hunt. I don't know, one of y'all, somebody was out there hunting. And maybe they walked under a tree and one of these fell and hit them on the head. You know, I've always tried to figure out how things happen, how they evolve. And that something like that had to happen. Well, you know, so, you know, the hunter goes back to the village and he says, look at this. Look at this. Look. It's got a hole in it and it makes a pretty sound. Maybe we can make something of this. So over a period of hundreds of thousands of years, they came up with rhythms and songs and they danced and then at the party, but they didn't have no iPhone. There was no Wi-Fi. Why what? Why not play this? You know what I'm saying? So that's what they did. And then you had nature. You had people, the birds were whistling, the wind was blowing, you know, the ripple of this, you know, whatever. People were listening, and they started to imitate these sounds that nature would make. Okay, so I guess what happened, you know, God brings it back. His lady says, well, you know, if I put some bees on it, maybe that would make it even sound even better. So they put some bees on it. I ain't got no problem with it. But I learned from masters, people that actually do ceremonies with these instruments. So I'm going to give you, it's the same setup. Mama, you see how big she is? She don't take no stuff at all. And this is the Ocon, this is the small, they call it the salidor, you know, in Cuba that's what they call it. And they call this the segundo, which is second in Spanish. And this is called the caja, you know, the big box, you know, whatever, this big, loud, you know. So we're going to play a rhythm for you, and this is the way they play them in Havana. A lot of these rhythms that you hear in these islands, you know, like the slave masters, they had, I don't call them slaves, they were prisoners. There's a difference between us. You know, I mean, if you can't leave, you're a prisoner, right? If you can't get up and walk, just think about that. Just think about it, give it a little thought. If, you know, my parents, our family came from a plantation. Many of my forefathers and uncles ran plantations and were enslaved in them also. And there's a plantation not far from here called the Ashland Plantation. That's where my great-grandfather was born, my great-grandmother. And my great-grandfather used to go and rape my great-grandmother. She had 6 kids by him, but she was abused. You know, but that's a kind of funny dynamic to deal with because my great-grandfather is still my ancestor. And every time I say a prayer, I say his name. Although I didn't like his ass, but, you know, there it is. It's the truth is the truth. That's the way it is. So back to the Shaggy, let's not get too deep off into that. Okay, so first part. Play your part, Leela. You got something in there? No, play the other part. Here, give her this one. Here, you let him play the high one. Oh, no, yeah, here. No, I'll give you this one. I'm going to give you this one. You know, you got to play them in the right order. Okay, the highest one, we're going to play the high part. Just go ahead. Okay, that's all he has to play. That is the metronome, okay? Okay, this is check it out. We never play that sitting down, but I got to stand up. I can't do it. Okay, so he's got his part. Okay. Okay, so now, the most difficult part is the one she's going to play. Play the ding, right? Okay, so she's going to play her part. Go ahead, anytime you're ready. Ding, 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 ding. You hear that? Ding, 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 ding. That's your groove. That's what you get off on. Now I'll play my part, which is different. I love that. I'm sorry. Now, we also sing with this. We sing songs. Clap. Click, clap, clap. Yeah, y'all got to participate. Ele guanago, lona. Ele guanago, ye, atemo iba oisa. Ele guanago, lona. Ele guanago, lona. Ele guanago, lona. Atemo iba oisa. Ele guanago, lona. Ele guanago. Ele guanago, ele guanago, hacemos yuba orisa. Ele guanago, ele guanago, ele guanago, ele guanago, hacemos yuba orisa. Ele guanago, ogun wanile, ogun wanona. Ala bede wanidi, wanile wayi, ogun wanile, ogun walona. Ala wele wanidi, wanile yeun. Kiri 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 atijo, kiri kori say, kiri kiri. Ogun lode oni babobu, kiri kiri. Ogun lode oni babobu, kiri kiri. Ogulo de 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 kiri louder now, kiri kiri. Ogulo de oni babobu, kiri kiri. You know, ain't that good? That's just music from the jungle. The jungle. La selva. Okay, so look, we got a few more instruments. Okay, look, how much time we got? Let me look and see. We have 20 minutes. Now we have to decide how to use that 20 minutes. Are any of you out there drummers? Any drummers out there? Anybody want to come up here and do some of this? No volunteers? Oh, that's good. You know, what's really important, you know, I'm a professional musician and I work with, I'm going to drop some names. Jay-Z, Kanye West, Kool Moe Dee, Ice-T, Ice Cube, Ice Cream, refrigerator door. No, but I've worked with some really wonderful musicians like Stanley Clarke, Michael Jackson, I was in Barry White's band, Unlimited Orchestra, Anita Baker, Aretha Franklin, Quincy Jones. If you saw The Color Purple, you heard my work. If you saw the ABC's Roots, you heard my work. I'm very proud to be a percussionist. I want to tell you something that happens to me every concert I do. I'm in a band called the Headhunters.
Watermelon Man.
Pardon me?
Watermelon Man.
Yeah, exactly. You know. I don't know who you are, but you know. Yeah, but anyway, look, I'm in this band, it's called the Headhunters. We are celebrating our 50th year playing music together. Okay, who's the leader of the band? Herbie Hancock. Okay, there's no greater piano player on the face of the planet that can play like Herbie Hancock. Believe me, there is no other. He took Miles's place. When Miles died, Herbie took over. Who did Miles have in his band? Herbie Hancock. I'm just saying, these are people that are icons that I mentioned, and that was just a few. I mean, there are a few more people I played with, like Carla Santana and Diane Reeves, Phyllis Hyman, Joe Henderson, Sonny Rollins. I mean, I'm fortunate. George Duke. I'm so fortunate. Why am I fortunate? Because I'm not a musician. I don't even care about being a musician. I'm a physician. I heal people. Music heals you. When there's a war and the morale is down, who do they send for? Who do they send for? They don't send for Father Flanagan. They send for someone that can pump them up. Something to make you feel good. When you lose your loved one, you listen to some music. If you break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend, you listen to some music. You just do. I mean, music is a wonderful thing for us. It has no color. It doesn't have a color. Notes don't fight each other, y'all fight each other. You see what I'm saying? We don't need to do that. It's some bullshit. The presidential election, it ain't nothing but another Super Bowl. One side against the other. What about being on both sides of the aisle? What's wrong with that? What's wrong blowing a whistle on the asshole? What's wrong with that? If someone is hurting your family, can I blow the, I'll be blowing it like, I mean, I would. I'm just being honest with you. So anyway, let's open it up are there any questions? I mean, is there something, yes, sir.
When you were talking about the different names of the instruments, what languages are those in?
Well, I would say the majority of it is Lukumi, or what you might know as Yoruba. Some people say Yoruba. But I would think West African. Central African, the music that we play here in America is greatly influenced by West African and Central African music, period. People don't know about it, they don't know the history of it, so they dismiss it really, but that's the language I was speaking. I am a priest. I was initiated in Havana, Cuba. I am what's called a Babalocha. Okay, so fortunately, people who lived on these islands were able to retain their African languages and culture. Why? Because everybody was on the island too. The white folks, the master was on the island too. So they had to kind of relax some things a little bit, or they had a big fight on their hands. And there wasn't too many brothers that knew how to drive that ship either. You know what I'm saying? So you're on the island, you're in a precarious situation. Now, here in the mainland like this, you can escape on the Underground Railroad or something, you know what I'm saying? You could get out, but that's the language. And unfortunately, in America, people downplay the importance of language. Let me give you a good example. I travel a lot. I've been on every continent many times. I've been there. I do not live in New Orleans. This is one of my stops. You understand? This is where my depot is, right here. Okay, but I live, my house is the planet. Soweto is a room in my house. Paris is a room in my house. This is our house. It's the whole thing. And as far as you can look back at night, that's yours too. So no one can own this. It's ours. We rule. We dictate what's going to happen in it. So, I think it's very important that the linguistic thing, like I was going to make a point, there's a place that people here call Munich. There's no such place on the planet called Munich. It's München. Sorry. The Germans don't call it Munich. They say München. Okay? People go to Copenhagen. People in Copenhagen don't do that. They say Copenhagen. They don't call it Copenhagen. So we have these things that we have to, who are we to change the name of someone's country or name or whatever. But anyway, let's move on. Any other questions? There ain't too many. Go ahead, here we go. Kumbaya, I love it. What does that mean? Kumbaya. Kumbaya, kumbaya, right? Yeah, I played on that, on roots. Yeah, but what about it?
It's a combination of different languages. They were on the ship together, and they were put together, and they had some fusion, amidst the confusion.
There was a lot of that too. Yeah,
It's a language.
What language is it?
It's Gullah.
It's Gullah. Where did Gullah come from? You're talking about the Georgia Sea Islands, the Gullah people.
South Carolina.
No, they came from somewhere. They had to come from somewhere to go to. Yeah, they did. Yeah, what ethnic group it from? Yeah, see, there it is. We just touched it. We need to know more. Thank you for the question. It's a challenging question. But I think when we did that song on the Roots project and on the album, no one knew what Kumbaya actually was. Very few people did. Okay, it was just something that was put on there that had something to do with Africa, and that was unusual. Just having a taste of that. I know that, let me tell you something that happened during that project, that Roots project. Quincy Jones talked to me and he said, man, we're going to take some of the scenes out of the TV show. It was an ABC series for 7 days. He said, and I said, why are they doing that? He said, because if we put it out there, the whole nation will be burnt down overnight. But it was too inflammatory. It was too deep for people to really process. And I remember there was a halfway house that a good friend of mine ran in Oakland, California. And that night, after some of these ex-offenders had seen Roots, they went out into the community and killed some people. So that gives you some idea how powerful actions can be. And harming another human being for any reason is going to bring pain, and many other people. So anyway, there it is. I think it's really important. When I get an opportunity to just talk to people, I think it's a very, very important, if I'm given the opportunity, that I have to say something that means something, not just, I'm a musician and we're sharing things, and the culture of New Orleans is very important. There's a place not far from here, some people call it Congo Square. Now, nobody that really understands the Congo or whatever say Congo, okay? So it was originally called Place Negra, which in French means the black area. And here it was a very important thing that happened only here, and most states had laws against playing the drums that I played, that you played, that we played for you today. If you were caught playing these drums, you may have your fingers cut off. Okay, so I owe something to those people that would go up against this opposition, you know, and everybody that has been oppressed had to deal with opposition and to fight. I would never fight for freedom. I would never go to a white man and say, free me. I would never do that because I was born free. You can't take that away from me. I don't have to ask for that. These are lessons that we need to learn as people. Yes, I'm a musician. Yeah, I sit up here and I play this stuff, but what does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean to be? You know, I went to Auschwitz. I don't know how many of you people out there are Jewish. I don't know how many of y'all have seen the ovens in Auschwitz. It's terrible. I had to leave. I couldn't take it. I had to leave, but it was too much. I went to Hiroshima, and I went to the exact spot where they dropped that bomb. I wanted to see, how does that feel? It's terrible. It's terrible what we do to each other. So for a few minutes, we sit here and we have fun, and we play the instruments, sing some songs. I'll see some smiles on the face. I'll see some people leave. I'll see some people are happy to stay. But I'm not going to sit up here and talk about BS. I'm not going to do it. And I hope you appreciate that. I hope you do. Because it's important that we understand each other and move forward as a people. It's very important. Of the other recourses, death, doom, and destruction. That's it. We're headed for that, going really fast. I live here in New Orleans. It's a beautiful place. But people are abused here too because of what they don't know. Because of the level of education. Because if you don't educate your children, they can go nowhere. Only thing you have to do when you leave here is go to McDonald's or go to Taco Bell or one of these other little restaurants, and you'll witness the level of education that our kids are getting here. It's very low. So we're trying to pump it up. Now, I don't know how many of you guys are from out of town? That's a lot. Do that one more time. Hey, gentleman back here, all the way in the back, to my left, to the far right. No, you're looking to you. Where are you from?
Iowa.
Woo. Okay, Iowa. Des Moines? North of there, okay. And what about you?
California.
Northern or southern?
Northern.
Woo, look, ain't California is north of Monterey, Big Sur. You got to go to Sonoma County, Napa, Mendocino, Occidental. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, I know I went to UC Berkeley, so I know the area pretty. I love that. Northern California is not LA. Understand that. No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's not. The Bay Area, you know, you go further north towards Vancouver, up in that area, Garberville. You know what I'm talking about. So, where are you from, man, with the mask?
Chicago.
Oh, Chi-Town, Windy City. Ooh, you don't want to be there in the wintertime.
You don't want to be there.
Period, huh? No, I know Chicago. I know the L. I've been to Chicago many times. Erie Crown Theater. I played there. McCormick Place, I played there. Yeah, I know. I love Chicago, but not in the winter. You don't want. Please don't go to Chicago. And when you spit, it turns to ice before it hit the ground. And you think that's a joke, huh? So, any rate, anybody here from like Alabama or Mississippi or southern states? Or all y'all from above the Mason-Dixon line? All right, so any rate, any more questions? I wish I was stimulating you enough to stimulate questions. I figured you would want something. So at any rate, I had a bag full of different instruments. What happened to it? I don't know what happened to him. There was a gray bag. I don't know, they done took all the...
Right there.
Oh, there it is. So, at any rate, okay, since we don't have any questions, we have a few more minutes left. Let me see how many minutes, because these people are a stickler for time. We have 7 more minutes. And they told me I could even maybe have 5 minutes extra. Okay, so let me show you a couple of instruments. I'm just going to, let me just grab something out of the bag. Oh, you're going to like this one. This is, you know, what is this? No, it's not. I knew you were going to say that. Oh, I got you, sucker. No, this is called a pandeiro. And in Brazil, they have a dance they call samba. I'm sure you've all heard of it. I mean, and a lot of people learn it, just like they learn what you call rumba. No, it's rumba, but most people say rumba. You know, they don't know how to say it. But at any rate, the pandeiro is an African instrument. The tambourine is an African. In fact, every category of instrument known to man originated in Africa. That's just a fact. And some white guys came up with that. I learned that from Kurt Sachs. He was an anthropologist and blah, blah, blah. And him and another guy came up with this, you know, let's categorize these instruments so we know what category each instrument falls in. And the Chinese were the first to do it. But these guys came up with it and it stuck. So they're aerophones, they're idiophones, they're membraphones, and chordophones. Things that play chords like guitars or piano is a chordophone. Anything that you blow into is an aerophone. The first violin was made in Africa. The first bowed instruments. The first harp was made in Africa. The first brass instrument was made in Africa. All these, they just so happen to have just been invented there. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's the truth. And so this instrument is played all over the world in some form. Okay, it's very interesting. Originally, this plastic head was a skin, but let's explore it a little bit. That's interesting right there. Bam 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 lori sha bam bam okay. Bam 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 lori sha bam bam okay. Whoa, bam bam okay. Whoa, bam bam okay. Whoa, bam bam okay. Wait. Whoa, bam bam okay. Wait. Ba 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 lori sha ba ba okay. Ba 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 lori sha ba ba okay. Whoa 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 ba ba okay. Ma ba 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 ba. Whoa, Baba, okay. Whoa, Baba, okay. Baba, okay. All right. Let me see what else we got in here. Oh, I see one. What the hell is that? Now, this is an instrument, it came from that instrument. Originally, you know, some brilliant guy said, well, let me get some chains and put it on this thing, and it's supposed to be, it's called kabasa. It originally had beads on it like that, and was made from a gourd like that. But I love this instrument. I love it. You know, when I play, it's what I play that gets the attention. It's not necessarily, I don't have to be playing the horn, but I'll pull out some that'll stop the show. I'll do something and say, oh my God, did you see what he just did? You know, but it's very special. For instance, let me give you an example. So we're gonna clap. Don't speed up now. Okay, so the band is playing, and I pick up this and I say, what is that he got? Oh, the girls look immediately at that. Now I know everybody in the club is looking at me. And then I might do this. That means a lot, doesn't it? Doesn't it? That's some band leader stuff there. What else we got? Oh, I don't have that much in here. But these are two. This instrument here is another showstopper right here. It doesn't do too much. It just goes. That's it. But I will dazzle you with it. Now let's clap again. 1, 2, 3. I missed it. Okay, now you got this happening, right? Okay, that's it. Okay, so you see that you don't have to do a lot. People say less is more. It's not. I want more. I don't forget that less. I want more money. Okay, let me see what time it is. I think we're probably there. Oh, it's 1 minute. They told me I could have 5 minutes over, so we got 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes. 4 more, no.
So you got a bottle in there?
No, I don't. I wish I had one. I'd play it.
Here, I got one that's not.
You got a bottle? Give it to me. It's a real bottle?
No, it's a plastic.
Oh, I can't use that. No, it won't work. It's something I know what he wants me to do. Are you guys blind out there? Anybody blind? Oh, you're blind. Well, you can see pretty good if you could hear, if you could see my voice like that. Here, look, I'm gonna toss this out to y'all. This is a CD. You ready? Well, you want one? Let me see if I can make it there. There you go. There it is. What about you? Here we go. And that's a good CD. That's a very good CD. This is the new Headhunter CD, and we are doing a gig August 14th at the Hollywood Bowl. Yeah, you know the Hollywood Bowl. You know, she said, yeah. If you're from California, and you know anything about California, you know that the Hollywood Bowl is a premier venue that's really deep. It's an amphitheater. It's cut into the ground. and it is the most popular place for an artist and a musician to play in Hollywood or Beverly Hills. So I'm doing a concert there with Herbie Hancock. Who is it? Who else is on that? Benny Maupin, Harvey Mason. The guys that were on the original Headhunters record are going to be there. Hey man, you need a CD. You know, I'm giving them away. Here you go. Come get it. So you don't have to compete. Okay, you see I'm giving stuff away. Is there any more CDs in there? You got any more? You see any more? That's it. I gave them all away. Okay, we probably got 2 more minutes. So listen, if you want, I have a foundation. And I go to different countries. When I go and travel on the road, which is quite often, I just came a few weeks ago. I was in Zurich and London and all kinds of places. But one thing I do, I tell my manager, who is very good, and the booking agent, I don't want any days off. If I have a day off, I'm going to go to the School of the Blind. I don't want a day off. I got too much to do. The house is on fire. You understand that? Y'all, do you know that this house is on fire? We don't care who set the fire. Don't even worry about it. Let's just put the fire out. Then we'll figure out what to do later. But let's save the innocent. That's what I do. So I have a foundation. It's called Club Kid. Club is spelled with a K, K-L-U-B. K-I-D means knowledge, independence, and determination. And that's what I do. I don't look for the problem kids. I love them. Send me your problem, because those are the geniuses. They're the ones that changed America. Malcolm X was from prison, okay, but he did some important work. A lot of people did, but if you want to, you can go to clubkid.org, make a donation. We're in Russia. We're in Haiti. We're in Cuba. We're in Australia. We're in France. We're there. We're there. We're not on TV talking about only $19 a month. We're not doing that. I ain't doing it. I'm doing it. We are doing it. We're changing lives. So if you want to help us, help us help these kids. Period. That's it. It doesn't matter what color they are. It doesn't matter. Okay? I'm there. I ain't trying to catch up on that. I am there. We have one job to do, to make shit better. That's it. That is it. If you can do that, you get into heaven. I don't know where that is, but you got a free ticket. Okay, so that's it for today. I think there's someone standing over there giving me a cue. I just saw over there. I know it's time to stop. So thank you very much for coming out, and I hope that this meant something to you. I hope so. I'd like to thank Leela McClendon and Ife, who has his own group. Ife, you have a couple of albums out, right? Yeah. What's the albums you got?
Yeah, if you just maybe Google Ife Music, the website will come up and all the records are there.
I-F-E is Ife.
Yeah, IFE Music. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming to the New Orleans Jazz Museum.
Thank you.
Thank you to Bill Summers. Everybody give a round of applause. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a great day. You can stop by our visitor center at 419 Decatur Street to get a listing of all of our programs that we sponsor, the National Park Service for Jazz. And thank you so much once again. Have a great day.
Thank you.